We hope you've been enjoying the coverage here at Lords for the second Ashes Test match. England 9 for 284. Pat Cummins will start us off here on day 3. England with a lead of 265 runs. 1 wicket in hand before Australia will attempt to chase whatever total is left on the board. And it looks like it's not going to take very long for this wicket to fall. Just 3 deliveries. And Pat Cummins has Stuart Broad gone. So in a matter of time, Australia get that opening wicket, that only wicket that they required here on day 3. This might be reviewed from Stuart Broad. He is going to go upstairs. We're actually unclear what the umpire's given this out from. We believe it is from a catch. He believes there was some bat involved after it has hit the pad, and clearly you can see it goes, and I think it hits part of the bat there. It certainly goes through the bat. Whether or not it's actually registered as hitting the bat, it has given it. So there's enough evidence for the umpire there to give that out. I'm going to fly straight into the next innings. Cummins taking 4 wickets there, with Stark taking 3, Siddle 2, and Lyon 1 for the Australian sides. The bowlers all doing their job. Australia need 266 runs for victory. They're 265 behind. Warner and Bancroft to the middle. Stuart Broad is going to open the bowling for England. And a dot ball to begin today's play. That one a little too straight. Warner easily tucking it away to the leg side. He's off the mark, as are Australia. Short ball, Warner pulls. It's gone into a gap, and it is the short boundary down there, so it doesn't require much. It is going to reach it. That'll be 4, and that'll be the first boundary of the day through the bat of David Warner. And that's nice as well. Nicely driven through point for 4. So Warner gets another boundary.
Yep.
And this is critical as well. This is Bancroft off the mark. It's taken him 13 balls to do so, but he gets there with a 4. And we just want to highlight why this is such an important period for Australia, because the opening session is where majority of the wickets have fallen. As you can see, 14 wickets have fallen throughout the first session of the day, just 7 in the second session. So that is going to be critical. If Australia can bat well through this opening session and really, find some groove towards the second and middle session of the day, that's when they can really get some runs on the board and be able to bat probably in the best time of the day. So that's why this opening session is extra critical, and this start is especially busy for Australia. It's another boundary from Bancroft. He's flying at the moment. 16 runs, all coming from boundaries. This one a beautiful drive through the offside. And Warner getting in on the act as well, if he wasn't already. It's another 4. So a really positive start here from the Australians. They haven't lost a wicket yet, and they're none for 46. And this tucked away again from Warner. This will bring up the 50. The 50-run partnership. No wickets lost. The most important thing in that factor. Big full toss from Stokes, and it's a wicket of Cameron Bancroft. His leg stump dismissed from the ground. It's an interesting sort of a shot. He sort of just stood aside and said, I'm just going to allow this ball to hit my leg stump. Ben Stokes gets the big breakthrough for England. Australia 1 for 55 after what was a really promising start, and now Usman Khawaja coming to the crease. Now we have seen, of course, that this is a difficult pitch to get in on. If you lose 1 wicket, you can lose 2 very quickly. And Khawaja gets himself off the mark on this occasion. So Jack Leach, a couple of overs, and he's been pretty economical. And that is a quality drive from David Warner. He's just going about his business the same way he has all morning. Khawaja pulling that away. It was sort of the back of a length ball. Wasn't quite short, but he managed to pull it away for a boundary. It's taken him 24 deliveries to get there, and he's just batting At a really slow rate. That's an inside edge. That's the wicket. Australia lose their second. They're 2 for 71. The spinner gets the breakthrough. Poised had been out there for 43 deliveries and just managed the 8 runs. And the 1 boundary there as well. So Australia 2 for 71. It's slow. It's difficult to get in. We saw the openers were able to do it. Can Steve Smith do it? Or can Jack Leach pull him out as well? Oh, that is a ripping start. 27 overs gone. 2 for 71. And so that is the morning session completed for the Australians. Just the 2 wickets they lost in that period, which meant day 3, we only saw 3 wickets fall in that opening session after we saw 7 wickets fall on day 1, 7 wickets fall on day 2, but just the 3 here on day 3. So now the Australians, they've survived the morning onslaught. Can they find a way to continue what was a really positive start from the openers, which put up a 50-run partnership, and continue batting in a way that can give them a chance at chasing down this 260-odd total? Steve Smith's playing really well here. And an outside edge from Smith is dropped. So Jofra Archer getting the edge. It was a sharp opportunity and Rory Burns unable to take it. He remains on 8 runs, Steve Smith. And solid as a rock the next ball. 2 for 82. Full toss. Warner. He's been playing well all day. Easily punches it through the covers. It'll come close to the rope, but I think they'll just come back for 3 in the end. No more than that. Oh, and that's an edge, I think, from Smith. The finger goes up. England have another one. It might have been a faint feather of a toe of the bat or something like that. But it's enough to see Steve Smith dismissed. England have 3. And Australia 3 for 97. It's Travis Head coming to the crease. They've got their tails up. And it's all the way to the boundary for 4. That's the 50 for David Warner. Just punched that single onto the onside, and that's a big half century. It's the only one for the Aussies so far. He probably looked the best of the Australian batsmen in the opening innings. He made 32 there, and right now he's hit another boundary. So he's really starting to get into a groove. Off the back foot this time. David Warner. Very, very good. And it's not quite going to be at the boundary. So all these runs being saved in the field. Always handy for England.
Yes.
Should be a couple more. From Australia, Travis Head. Slow to get off the mark, but he's getting there. $15 from 33 now for Travis Head. And he's gone now. Jack Leach gets a well-to wicket. And just quietly, if you have a look at the bowling of Leach, you can really see how big it is from how economical he's been. Australia 4 for 140. And he's bowled, I think, 11 overs there. And he'd only gone for 5 runs or something. Absurd. So Warner on 70 at the moment. Australia still need 126 to win. Outside edge from Warner. Wicket for England. It's Ben Stokes who gets the key of David Warner. That is a massive outside edge, and what a catch from Chris Wokes. Diving to his right-hand side, just using the one hand. Australia 5 for 140. Their main man, Warner, gone. And it brings their captain, Tim Payne, to the crease. So Ben Stokes, he's just got the big wicket of David Warner. They've got 2 new men in at the crease. Tim Payne's one of them. He gets himself off the mark here with the 2. Australia 5 for 1. 42. So Payne and Wade, they're going to need a rebuild here and there. The last 2 of the recognised batsmen for Australia. That's an outside edge. And that's another wicket. It's Ben Stokes again. He's got 3 now. Tim Payne, sort of a strange shot to be playing at this point of the match. Not sure you should really be trying to cut the ball that's on middle stump. And it brings Pat Cummins to the middle. Now let me just remind all of the viewers at home. In the first innings, these 2 managed to put on 52 runs. As Australia bring up their 150. They put on a 52-run partnership, Pat Cummins and Matthew Wade. So this is going to be the key for England, is to break this pair, and then they're really into the tail. That's an outside edge again. Cummins gone. This time it's Wokes. So a forward defence nips away and grabs the edge. Ben Stokes in the game again, taking the catch this time. Australia 7 for 159. England is closing in on victory. Just a further 3 wickets needed. Mitchell Starc to the crease. Short ball pulled away and almost taken. It just dropped millimetres short. Not sure what that fielder was doing there. They really should be, on their bike to catch that. Oh, but he's bowled him. Mitchell Starc gone the very next ball. Trying to drive that ball, and it's out of here. He's off stump. Gone. Mitchell Starc gone for a duck. England just 2 wickets away now. Peter Siddle making his way to the middle. So the England bowlers really getting on a rampage at the moment. Chris Woke steaming into Peter Siddle. And he lets it through to the keeper. So all of a sudden, a massive responsibility has to be shouldered from Matthew Wade. He pulls that away, or hooks it almost. And it's going to be a 4. Behind the wicket on the leg side. Australia going to need some massive partnerships. We saw towards the back end of the England innings, their tail managed to wag a little bit and put on an extra 80, 90 runs. These 2 are going to need to do that if Australia are any chance of pulling off what seems like a highly unlikely victory at this stage. As Matthew Wade is starting to look pretty good at the wicket. That one's driven away, or slashed away. Good fielding from Jofra Archer in the deep. Keeps it to just 2. All these runs England are saving. Just keeps the energy, the enthusiasm up in the field. Keeps the confidence levels high. Peter Siddle off the mark. Driving it down the wicket. They pick up a couple more. And Wade's found the gap again. So this is another boundary. Australia just starting to look settled with this 2. Matthew Wade certainly looking very comfortable at the crease right now. Peter Siddle's been in there for 21 deliveries. He's been in there for 43 deliveries now. That's a full toss. Oh, it's hit Matty Wade on the shoe. Archer a run-out opportunity. But he can't quite get there in time. And now Peter Siddle on the sweep shot. That's nice. That's 4. So finally someone deciding to sweep Leach. And it's Siddle, and he's done so successfully. Goes again, does Siddle, and it's 4 again. 200 up for Australia. Inside 64 runs, 62 runs now behind. Goes for a 3rd sweep, and I think he's got some glove on it or bat on it. England are happy. The umpire gives the finger. Leach gets another wicket. And Peter Siddle's going to go upstairs here. He doesn't think he's hit it. We'll have a look at the review system here. Hard to tell on the edge-o there. Even on the hot spot, it looks like it's just hit his arm. Could this be a reverse decision? Oh no, you can just see the tiniest speck on the hot spot. And it is given. So Australia 9 down. Nathan Lyon to the crease. And he's got to survive. Jack Leach bowling some really tidy stuff into the 70th over. Australia just surviving. Lyon, top edge, is 4. Oh dear, there was a chance there. Maybe Bairstow could have taken the catch. And now Nathan Lyon driving through the covers. Another good save in the field, keeps it to just 2. They keep Lyon on strike here to Wokes. Now Matthew Wade really going to have to shoulder the load here. How much of the strike is he going to try and farm? And how much is he going to allow Nathan Lyon to face? They're running 3 here. Thinking about the 4th, but he says, all right, Nathan, just face the final 2 balls of the over. So Lyon's pretty confident in his ability. He's going to get the 1 here. Wade on strike to Leach. Oh, that is the shot of the day, I think. He has smashed that ball down the wicket. Just doesn't carry over the fence. But it's 4. He stepped well outside. He's off stump. And has cleanly struck that down the wicket for 4. So Matthew Wade in a groove. Nathan Lyon on strike now. He gets into the action down the wicket as well. Australia chipping away at this total as much as they can. They pick up 2 more. Nathan Lyon just doing his job at the moment. This is Broad to Wade. And he just tucks it away. No, he's going to hold the strike now, Matthew Wade. So there's still 5 balls in the over. Doesn't want to give Lyon the strike. Waits for the half volley. And he puts it away to the boundary for 4. Half century up for Matthew Wade, but he understands job is not done. Now Stokes trying to bowl some full stuff to Lyon. And he hits it away down the ground very easily. Should be able to pick up a couple more. Thinking about the 3, they're going to come back for it. So Lyon doing his job there. Gets Wade on strike with a few balls left in the over. It's just 28 runs needed now for Australia. Lyon, top edge again over the keeper's head for 4. Oh, all the luck coming the Australians' way at the moment. Another top edge for 4 runs. And it's now just a further 24 runs for Australia. Or 25, I think, to win. Stokes goes short again. Bairstow misjudges it again. And it's going to be 4 byes this time. So England will have the new ball. For an opportunity to take the new ball. 80 overs gone. Australia 9 down for 245. England have the new ball now. Wade, oh, they thought about the single, not taking it. And, oh, Bairstow, he's having a bit of a nightmare few moments. It's gone straight past him and overthrows for 4. Stuart Broad frustrated with the effort there. I mean, it was a really poor decision to fire this in on the stumps. Wade was home by 2 metres and it just couldn't quite get to Bairstow, and Archer slow to react. It's another boundary. It's 16 needed, or 17 needed. They trail by 16. Wade gets the single, gives Lyon the strike. Can he survive the new ball here? And I think Wade's just realised that there's still 4 balls to come. And it's the new ball. And Lyon happy to leave that one outside the off stump. Now he drives it, and he'll pick up a single at least. They'll look for 2, and they'll take the 2, which will mean Wade will have the strike for the next over. Australia closing in on a remarkable victory. England still in the game though, just 1 wicket in hand. 13 runs needed. Or 14 runs. I can't keep forgetting. This stupid thing says trail by 13, but it's 14 to win. They don't want to take the single early in the over. He lets that through to the keeper. That's a wide according to the umpire. They're only 12 behind Australia. Ooh. Inside edge onto the pad, no run. Short ball again. Not a wide this time. 82 overs gone. Australia 11 runs behind. 12 runs behind. I'm losing it at the moment. But it's tense. It's the pressure of Test cricket. That's given us a wide as well. Stuart Broad aren't happy. Nathan Lyon with a solid forward defence. Australia 11 runs behind. 9 for 254. Ben Stokes to Matthew Wade. Oh, an outside edge, and it doesn't carry through to second slip. His head in his hands, Joe Root. Was that the opportunity to win the game? Oh dear, and Matthew Wade, he'll tuck this away for one. Wow, the drama of Test cricket. 11 runs for an Australian victory. And Nathan Lyon survives. He's going to let Matthew Wade do the rest of the work. Australia 9 for 255. Well, they'll look to pick up 2 here, I think, tucked away from Matthew Wade. They'll come back for 2. Quite easily in the end. Stuart Broad took 5 wickets in the opening innings, yet to take one in the second. And he's chopped it on! England win the Test match! They get home by 8 runs. Absolute disbelief on the face of Matthew Wade. He'd played so well. And he's knocked it onto his stumps. Trying to drive through the covers. Stuart Broad, the hero. But let's take a look at some of the last few dramatical moments. There was a top edge from Nathan Lyon that went for 4. There were then the byes that went for 4. And then we saw this, the overthrow. More runs that England couldn't afford to give away. An extra 4 runs there, and Australia got within 9 runs of victory before this moment here where Matthew Wade chops it onto his off stump and bows his head in disappointment. England win the second Test match at Lord's and square it up 1-1 with an 8-run victory. Stuart Broad 6 wickets through the match. And I reckon it was Ben Stokes and Jack Leach that really turned the game with their match-winning spells in that second innings. Matthew Wade tried so hard, but he couldn't get enough to get Australia over the line. England level the series at Lord's as we head into the third Ashes Test match.